Have you heard the absolutely amazing news? There are no more stolen versions. It is a great day in the Swiftiedom. Izzy and I are both celebrating because Taylor has announced this morning that she officially owns all her own work. Isn't it great, Iz? Whoop. So this morning, Taylor announced on social media that she now owns every single piece of her previous work. All the music videos, all the behind the scenes, all the vault tracks, all the demos, everything. The album artwork, the concert videos, everything. This is fantastic news. In addition to being incredibly happy for the woman who has already given us so much and never having to worry about listening to a stolen version again, what else does this mean for us as Swifties? And what does this mean for Taylor's release schedule? Well, it means several things. First, she has stated that it is unlikely that she will release a full Rep TV. She knew that she doesn't feel like she can improve it, but she is open to releasing the vault tracks. So we will likely get those Rep vault tracks that she promised were fire at some point, which is incredibly exciting. But that is still a likely possibility. She's also stated that she is finished recording Debut TV. When it comes to Debut, I think both Swifties and Taylor would love that album to have its moment in the sun in a full, complete era. I absolutely would love to be able to switch back and forth between the original recording and the recordings in her, more grown-up voice, any changes that she's made. I'd also be absolutely screaming, crying, spinning in circles of joy if that meant that we could have I'd Lie released in an official capacity. It's the song that made me a Swiftie, and I want it to be viable and streamable so much, just deep in my heart. That is my biggest dream. I would love for that to be what's next. It feels so poetic and natural for that to be the next thing from Taylor, as just this amazing celebration of the one piece that hasn't had an era yet. That would just be so neat. This also opens the door for new streaming deals on various concert films, and it opens the door for more behind the scenes from earlier in her career, as well as potentially for her to authorize a full documentary of her career now that she owns literally all of the behind the scenes, the footage, everything. Now, of course, this announcement could also be a great segue into how she plans to use the tour footage that she filmed in the last leg of the tour. So I could see that also being what's next. But the biggest thing is that none of these what's next will be for a while. Our girl is going to take some well-deserved time to celebrate privately with her friends, her family, her team, before eventually sitting down to the board table with her team and putting together a new schedule. Because whatever was on the schedule is likely scratched. I think with the exception of any TS12 Easter eggs, all previous Easter eggs are moot, and the game board should be considered reset and clear. Once she's had some time to celebrate, then she and her team will sit down and decide what the new schedule is. So what should we do in the meantime to celebrate this amazing news? Well, I'm gonna throw an Eras Tour party for all my friends. And so I'll be posting a bunch of ideas on how you can throw your own Eras Tour party. I'm also going to be hosting a week of Taylor to celebrate. I'll be posting a new fandom explainer or other Taylor related video every day this week to share the joy that Taylor owns all of her own work again. So please like, subscribe, and come back for our big Taylor party. I love to share everything with you and to talk Taylor with you in the comments. So please like, subscribe, and tell me what you are excited about now that Taylor owns all of her own work. Woo! No more stolen versions. Talk to you soon.